Hello, Norwood families. Let's get started with today's Norwood News newsletter edition for Norwood Elementary School, part of Baltimore County Public Schools. Today is Thursday, February 17th, 2022. And Black History Month continues as we continue to learn about the various important members, male or female, that have contributed to American history. And so we applaud those who have left their mark on this great nation. And we're going to talk about the important upcoming dates, as always. So let's start with Monday, February 21st. Coming up is President's Day. That is a federal holiday, and we are closed. All schools are closed that day. Tuesday, February 22nd, the next day, we're going to have our February Coffee and Conversation session, and we'll talk about that in detail. That's going to be from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and it's a virtual session through Google Meet, as always. Wednesday, February 23rd is our special area night. That's a virtual-only event, but it's going to be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the evening. And our callbacks, we've actually reduced one of them. These are still important previous newsletters that you can go back to refer to about certain topics that keep recurring, like on December 2nd. In that newsletter, we talked about how to check for school closures and early dismissals via the school calendar. Anything that's planned when we have early half days or anything like that, or school days that are off, you can check the school calendar for that, and that has a video that you can watch. It's also on our YouTube channel. Also on October 21st, we are updating how to update emergency student contacts and pickup information for if somebody needs to pick up your child. And then on October 8th, there's actually a video that's more accurate than what was described in that newsletter, but you can click on this video, and it's on our YouTube channel now. And you can learn a little bit about the absentee policies, early dismissals, and late arrivals. Okay, so there's a very easy video that explains to you report cards. As you know, they were sent home last Monday on February 7th with all students in their backpacks, in their folders. If you did not get one, that's a little curious and suspect. But nonetheless, it may just be at their locker. Maybe they lost it. Nonetheless, you can always talk to the school or the teacher if you did not receive it. But if you are new to the school or just don't quite know what the grading scale means, well, first, it tells you what to do with the envelope and how to ask for a conference if you want more information. But the video covers all the basics. So that way you can learn about the grading scales and the differences between the older report cards if you have students in like middle school or high school. It's a very good video that explains everything visually to help you see and understand if you're new or not sure how the report cards come together with their comments and the grading scales. And it's just everything you need to know. It's very brief. And also, please remember to get back those envelopes to us. And it tells you what to do with the envelopes in the video. February Coffee and Conversation session is coming up on Tuesday, February 22nd, 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Now, I myself, Mr. Castro, I'm going to have a little bit of a team up with Mr. Jeremiah, who's our new school to community facilitator. We introduced him to everyone in the last newsletter. He's new to Norwood. But for those of you who are wondering quite what he's doing exactly and how our roles maybe work together, we're going to talk about that. And especially because Norwood is now known as a community school. You may have heard that term thrown around. What does that mean? Well, it has a special designation, and it means more that we can bring to the families and students. And that's why he's actually having a lot of meetings with various families to get their input to learn about what are the needs that what we can do with the extra funds we're going to get. So we're going to talk a little bit about that during this session. So that's a very important one. And as always, it's going to be virtual, not in person. You can join us through the Google Meet meeting code Norwood Families. And make sure you're signed in as your student with their credentials, or if you have their computer by chance, they're home, you can use their computer as well. Now, there are going to be some upcoming local vaccine clinics for COVID-19 here in Dundalk. The Maryland Department of Health is offering 2 of them. They're going to be on Wednesday, February 23rd and Wednesday, March 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. You do not need to register, but it is strongly encouraged that you do so you reduce your wait time. You can do they accept walk-ins, but you can just click on the link that's here, and we're going to include it in the description of this video, or you can scan the QR code. Just click on the icon of the QR code and it'll get bigger, and you can, if you have that on another device like a tablet or a computer, you can use your phone to scan it and the link or a page will open up, and that'll be the same thing as clicking on this link to register. Now, when you click on that link, it's just going to give you a bunch of time slots that you can choose and tell you how many are available for a given time slot. If it's not available, if it's whited or grayed out, it's because it's used up. And then you just save and continue. And once you've picked the time, and then it's going to ask you for a bunch of information about yourself. So they know who you are, they can register you with the system, and they can also confirm with your number and your email. So you can have that set. And then you just save and continue, and then you'll be set. So it's a very, very straightforward process for those of you who are interested. It is not school affiliated, but it is happening at Berkshire Elementary School, which is very close by. The address is listed here. Special Area Night is continuing. We are going to have that on Wednesday, February 23rd. So please join us for this special virtual event. We actually had it last year, and we're doing it again the same way. So there's going to be a bunch of activities going on, whether it be Mr. Ketter with jump rope, or Ms. Boblet's going to have a preview of the Scholastic Book Fair. Another STEAM project with Mr. Arlotta, Mr. Fig, music with Miss Long. So here's going to be a general table guideline of the way the schedule is going to go for different grades, what they're going to do and change to every 20 minutes or so. So that just lets you know what to anticipate with the event. We hope to see you there. It's going to be at their Google Meets, and their Google Meet codes are all listed within the flyer that you see here. Now, the BCPS Stakeholder Climate Survey, that's just a wordy way of saying that this is a survey that we want to gather everyone's input who has a vested interest in the school, whether you're a parent, whether you're a student, whether you are a staff member, a community member who works closely with the school. Either way, we want your input because this is how we improve and make things better. And we also learn about what things are working. So please don't just only fill it out to complain. Try to really think about both sides. I know there's some things that you can think of that are done very well and some things that you can think of that are done not so well. We also have it here in other languages. If you click on here, you'll be taken to the website where you can change the language, but also you can just right here click to see it in Spanish or in Arabic as well. Now, we've talked about the Southeast Area Education Advisory Council meetings. These are one of the 5 different regional counselors that report to the Board of Education about different topics when parents and community members come to attend their meetings about different. So we had one about magnet schools in January, I believe. Well, this next one for end of February is actually in person. It's not in Zoom. It's not virtual. It's in person at the Hawthorne Elementary School Library. That's a little bit outside of Dundalk, but it's not horribly far. So the address for Hawthorne Elementary is here, and you need to wear a mask when you attend. It's at 7 p.m. And what is the topic? It's going to be about, by chance, community schools. So if you cannot make the event, the next coffee and conversation, which happens during school hours during the daytime, if you can't make that and you're more available in the evening, this would be a good thing for you to attend because Norwood is now a community school. So this is another option for you to learn about what that means and what that does, because it's going to mean that we're going to be able to provide and do more for students and families. So that meeting is going to start at 7 p.m. You just show up and you wear a mask. The February ELA unit overviews for our families by grade levels. These are all in English. You can just click on them, and then you'll see, as usual, a special overview that helps to sum up an upcoming unit that your child is going to do, focused on reading and writing through their English language arts class. We are back on schedule with these. We talked about last time about some free online tutoring for K through 12 students in the state of Maryland, done by Towson University teacher candidates who are enrolled in the teacher program there. They are working with faculty to create personalized online tutoring plans to help students. So if your child needed a lot of help and difficulty and you think that this might be a supplemental resource, it's free, completely free. Everyone likes free 99. And you can just click here to be taken to the application form, which is an online form. Now, last time I gave the impression that they might have been filled. That was actually a mistake. So if you heard me say that, they had some incorrect links on some of the forms. So it's actually fine. They're still accepting people. So you can go fill out this application form and just click on the arrow to be taken to the next page where you're just going to fill out information about yourself. And you can also choose the language if you want it to be in Spanish. And then you just continue on. Click on the yellow button with the arrow. If you see this on your phone, it might be a little more condensed. I'm looking at it on a computer, but that's all you have to do. And our CCBC Family Literacy Program is the same. We've talked about this before. If you are interested in learning English and an English that helps gear you towards school engagement, or know somebody who might be interested, just click on the flyer and it tells you the different dates and times that you're going to be registering for this free semester of enrollment with CCBC for this program. And you earn a certificate of completion when you're done. It's very useful. We've had families go through it. The North Point Library is going to be the closest one, and that's for Monday, March 7th at 12:30 p.m. is where you register at the community room of the library. And that is it for our Norwood News newsletter. That's probably one of the shortest ones we've had in a while. So enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you very much for all of your continued support and patience with everything. I know it still continues to be a tough year, but we appreciate you guys being on our side. And as always, keep on learning. Thank you.